Hello, and welcome to Life in the 1900s newspapers. I'm very excited today because I'm in my hometown of Walla Walla, Washington. Just take a look at this footage of my hometown in the 1950s. We will be reading the Walla Walla Union Bulletin, and we're going to have some wonderful surprises and go back down memory lane and see what it was like to live in the 1950s. Today's issue is Sunday, February 19th, 1956. One of the first things you think about when hearing about the 1950s is the fabulous cars.
Displayed. Styling verges on the spectacular, from air-scoop grills to the dramatically sweeping tail fins that dominate most of the 57 models. The cars are longer and lower than ever this year, too, thanks in part to the smaller 14-inch wheels. Most of the 51 million passenger cars in use today seem drab and boxy, stacked up against these newest dreamboats. High in the dreamboat class, this one has everything for the busy executive. Makes work worthwhile. There's a trend to the sporty and more colorful. Detroit's designing geniuses keep pace with a nation that's taking more and more to the road. One of the year's innovations, the hard-top convertible. Just push a handy little button and the solid roof folds back out of the way. See it and believe it. And there is room for luggage, too.
Before you pay $3,000 for any car, new or used, see WID and the 56 Clipper. The Clipper has these exclusive features: advanced torsion level ride, twin traction differential, most powerful V8 engine. Here is advanced engineering that guarantees you more car for your money, and we will give you more for your present car. Test drive the Packard Clipper today, then get our offer. WID Johnson Motors, 3rd and Alder, Walla Walla. Phone 848.
The guy must have wanted to pass me by as he kept on tooting his horn. I'll show him that a Cadillac is not a car to scorn. Beep, 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 beep. His horn Now we were doing 90. This certainly was a race. For Rambler to pass a caddy would be a big disgrace. When I peeked in the mirror of my car, I couldn't believe my eyes. The little Nash Rambler was right behind. Oh, how that guy could fly. Beep, 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 beep. His horn went beep, beep, beep. Now we were doing 110 and we took off with gust. Must have left that little fellow riding in my dust. But the Rambler stayed in back of me and kept on tuning its horn. I'll show him that a Cadillac is not a car to scorn. Beep, 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 beep. His horn went beep, beep, beep. Now we were doing 120 as fast as we could go. The Rambler pulled alongside of me as if I were going slow. The fellow rolled down his window and yelled for me to hear. Hey buddy, how can I get this car out of second gear?
In the 1950s, Walla Walla was known for the Walla Walla sweet onion. Today, it's more known for our wineries. Listen to this. The production of onions, one of the major crops of vegetables grown in the Walla Walla area, reached a total of more than 9,000 tons during 1955. Scenes similar to the ones above are common in onion fields during the summer months as the fat, round onions go to market. Truck driver has one of those tough days. Union, South Carolina. Pulp wood worker Otis Murphy reported a bad day. His truck had a flat tire as he started out at 7 a.m. from his home for a load of wood. The tire repaired, he found he was out of gas. He got 20 gallons into the tank. When he went to the wooded area for a load of pulp wood, the ground was so slippery he had to load the truck 3 times before he reached the surfaced road. No sooner was he on the paved road than his truck overturned and spilled the logs which were chained. He couldn't loosen the chain, so he took a hacksaw to it. When it popped in two, one end hit him and knocked him out. Then he found most of the gasoline had spilled out of the tank. He finally got the truck righted and delivered the wood at 7 p.m. Another thing you think about in the 50s is the drive-in restaurants and the diners. When I was a teenager, I worked in an old 50s diner in Walla Walla. Of course, it was the 80s, but it looked exactly like the 50s. It was called Denny's High Spot. It was run by Singin' Joe Denny. What I remember most, and wish restaurants had it today, was the jukebox. Even had mini jukeboxes at each booth. It was a lot of fun. Refreshments, draught bottles by the case, where good friends meet. Rochester Tavern, corner of 8th and Elm Streets. Telephone 3141. "33 years, 1923 to 1956, serving the people of Walla Walla and vicinity in their demand for good food properly prepared. Our famous Chinese dishes, chow mein, chop suey noodles, at the Silver Cafe, 206 West Main, Walla Walla. Phone 968. Barrel of Trouble, Tucson, Arizona. A junk man with a new angle has been operating on Tucson's east side. Mrs. James Hennessy reported he dumped the cut grass, trash, and leaves and disappeared with the barrel.
That the founding fathers had to name it twice. My man up there is 6'3". The thought of him does things to me. I wish I was in Walla Walla. I wish I was in Walla Walla. I wish I was in Walla Walla, Washington. He always wants to hold my hand, and when he does I think it's grand. I wish I was in Walla Walla. I wish I was in Walla Walla. I wish I was in Walla Walla, Washington. Thoughts of him does things to me. That's the place I'd like to be. I wish I was in Walla Walla. I wish I was in Walla Walla. I wish I was in Walla Walla, Washington. You know I really miss that man. He pleases me like no one can. I wish I was in Walla Walla. I wish I was in Walla Walla. I wish I was in Walla Walla, Washington. A real He-Man, the outdoor type, but I'm not there and that's my gripe. I wish I was in Walla Walla. I wish I was in Walla Walla. Wish I was in Walla Walla, Washington. Now when I'm in the mood for love, that's the town I'm thinking of. I wish I was in Walla Walla. I wish I was in Walla Walla. I wish I was in Walla Walla, Washington.
Another memory of the 50s is going to the drive-in. My hometown Walla Walla used to have a drive-in called the Sky View. Did you know that drive-in theaters were so popular, there was even a kid's toy?
The Remco Movie Land Drive-In Theater is straight ahead. Here it is now, Betty. Today's double feature, Have Gun Will Travel and Heckle and Jekyll. It looks terrific, Jimmy. Drive right in and park. Let me show you how it works. Switch on the projector, turn the film knob, and you'll see 6 exciting still features. Have Gun Will Travel and Heckle and Jekyll. Captain Kangaroo and Dinky Duck. Mighty Mouse and Farmer Alfalfa. Golly, what clear, big pictures. This Remco Movie Land Drive-In Theater has everything. 6 complete features. Its own giant screen, projection booth, marquee that changes, ticket window, and 6 beautiful cars. Be the first in your neighborhood to own and operate a Remco Movie Land Drive-In Theater. Only $5.98 at your favorite toy store. Remember, every boy wants a Remco toy. And so do girls.
Let's see what our newspaper says about the movies in Walla Walla. Here's one for the Liberty Theater. A living love story for all the young at heart. This woman this man, lost to everything but each other, afraid of their own passions, but powerless to resist them. Only the two great stars of magnificent obsession could bring to life on the screen a story of such intimacy, of such dramatic excitement. Jane Wyman and Rock Hudson in All That Heaven Allows at the Liberty Theater. At the Capitol Theater ends today Liberace in Sincerely Yours, and a companion feature, Edward G. Robinson in Illegal. In the 1950s, there was just one woman that everybody agreed was the most beautiful girl in the world. And she was Gina Lollobrigida.
You rhyme with everything that's beautiful, with angels and moonlight, with heaven and stars, with rainbow and roses and island guitar. You are a perfect rhyme with all these things. You rhyme with everything that's beautiful, with summer, with springtime, with sunsets that glow. I'm not a great poet, but this much I know.